topic that we've been having. It's kind of for the past, I think, 2 episodes. The topic has been kind of focused on relationships, friendships, and we wanted to talk about today significant other relationships. And what I've come to understand, because me and it was having this conversation uh, before off camera, just about relationships and how most people don't realize that the people in our life, our significant other, has been placed there to help us work through and heal or correct certain issues or certain parts of our character, certain parts of our childhood. They're here to help us heal some of those issues. And we're there to help them heal some of those issues. That's why sometimes you might find yourself with a person that may be the total opposite of your parent, right? You may have had a parent that was distant and, harsh, but then you got this partner that's like there, solid, dependable. Or you may have a parent that was overbearing and over controlling. And now your partner is like really laid back and nonchalant, can't even be bothered. And sometimes, so we're here for each other. We're here to help each other heal. Now, how do you appropriately utilize that? That's a whole nother video that we will get into that, because it gets really deep. But we off camera, we were like, yo, this is kind of what relationships is built for us to help work out the issues of our past that has tagged along with us. Some may call it baggage, right? But it helps us to heal some of that. And so if you realize, pay attention, your significant other is there to help you. So, hey, what do you want to say about that? Because I know that we had, was having like a really hot conversation that I wish it could have been like a little secret camera on there.
I agree. And that's one thing that I've noticed too, is like when you're with someone, and I try to go, I do live against the grain of life, because my life can be whatever I design it to be. As far as other things, but I won't, get into that of what society believes, etc. But as far as relationships is concerned, like you said, if you're really that word again that we said last episode, paying attention, you'll see, wait a second, there are some characteristics of the person that I'm with, per se, that, man, like, it's something about them that I feel like there's this mutual energy exchange. Like there's something there that attracted you to that person to begin with,
Right.
Aside from just looks. It's something that you felt from them, like, oh, wait a second, I don't know what this is, but if you're mature enough, you'll go, I need that.
Right.
If that makes sense. The person who's
Right.
not, that's a different conversation. But no, I'm with you 100%. And, the both of you synergistically should go, wow, I need that too. Let me learn from them. Let me learn from him, and let me continue. So it's just reciprocating cycle of greatness and pure love. And, you're going like this. You're supposed to be going like this. And when you're doing that, you're learning from each other. You're feeding off of each other. So yeah, I'm
right.
I'm with you 100%.
And what's beautiful is that you kind of said, you kind of picked up and added to what I was saying, because I wanted to say that what you just said. If people are paying attention and actually seeing what they can learn from the other person, and I think sometimes that's what people don't do. Sometimes people are in a relationship and they don't look at their partner and go, what can they teach me? Right? They look at their partner, or they come to a relationship with like this almost prideful perspective or prideful mentality, where it's like, well, there ain't nothing you could teach me. I could teach you something, But if people went into relationships from a perspective of, the good in your character can teach me, then that person would grow and their mate would feel
Empowered.
right. They would feel empowered, they would feel respected, they would feel cherished, they would feel honored. And so it would be beneficial for both parties, you know. And so one, you can, your partner is there to help you heal, you're there to help your partner heal. And two, go into the relationship with humility. You know, you go in there with humility, it's gonna be way more better days than bad days. Because I've seen people, you can't teach me nothing. What? That's crazy. That's so wild to me. You know, that's wild. Oh, you can't teach me nothing. But people definitely have that perspective. And I know some of you, if you're honest with yourself at this point in time, you would know, you would admit to yourself in private, you have said that. Whether it was verbally, whether it was mentally or subconsciously, or you know you felt that way, that your partner couldn't teach you anything.
So to ask you a quick question, to ask you a quick question, Lou, if someone is like that, what's next? What should they do if they recognize and they're like, okay, so how do I change that?
Oh, good question. What one would do once they realize that, honestly, it ain't difficult, right? Because your perspective already started, the light bulb came on, that second set of eyes opened up. So all you got to do now is look at your mate with those second set of eyes. Look at them with the second set of eyes and see the good that they do and learn from that good. And when you see the good and learn from the good, you recognize it, you validate it, you let them know, this is the good about you that I love.
Mm.
This is the good that I see in you that I cherish. This is the good in you that makes me better. So you recognize it, you validate it, and don't keep it to yourself. You tell them, right? Just like if, and I'm not comparing your partner to a child, but just like you have a child or a niece or a nephew or whatever, and they do something good, you reinforce it. You go, that's good, Johnny. Great job. You applaud them. You do the same for your partner. But in this instance, you do it because not to just reinforce them to encourage them to do it again, but you're doing it because it's something that you realize benefits you, that can make you grow.
Right.
And what's going to happen is, hopefully, right, they have a similar mindset. They will reciprocate. Now there's opportunity for reciprocation. You know, that's my perspective on that.
And then the relationship becomes that ladder because
Right.
the both of you, you're secretly sharing that energy exchange that it just like, what's next? Like, how much higher can we go? Oh, you can keep going like that if you choose to.
Right. And so this is my opinion, right? What couples need to do is one of these few things. You can pick one, you can pick all of them. You should go to a couples counselor, right? Find a really good couples counselor. I'm biased a little bit, but I'm not going to state my bias of which specific counselor to go to. But I'm biased. So I'm gonna leave that bias right away for now. I'm gonna keep it to myself for now. But I recommend going to a couples counselor, and then they will teach you some skills. They will teach you some skills of how to speak to one another the way that the other person like love language, right? Most of us heard of the love languages, right? You love the person not based off your set of love language priorities, but based off of theirs. It's similarly in communication, right? You may have a way of communicating that is not resonating and not getting into the psyche of your partner. So a couples counselor will teach you how to accurately and appropriately speak so that your partner is receptive, right? So amongst other things, but you go to a couples counselor or you get a spiritual advisor. You get a spiritual advisor whatever your spirituality is, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Taoism, Shintoism, Hinduism, Buddhism, right? You go ahead and go to a spiritual mentor and have them also help orient you in your relationship. Those two things can definitely help. Also, doing things together with your partner. And I don't just mean like, oh, the going out to the dinner or to the party or to the club. No, like regular stuff. You know, like just taking a walk. Just to take a walk. You know, taking a long way home after work, or you go to the grocery store, and after coming from you take the longer way home, the scenic way home, and just have regular conversations. Those three things will help the relationship grow. It will teach you how to communicate with each other, so you can understand, and you will also learn how, in your own spirituality, what relationships mean and how powerful they really are, and then just spending time that will help you gain a deeper emotional connection beyond sex, right? Beyond the fun, beyond the excitement, beyond the lights. That's where you get the deep connections. And so those three things, I believe, will help in your relationships. So that's pretty much it for me. You know, we're working on keeping things a little bit brief. I'm being transparent with y'all. Keep it brief because we know in this modern day, if you can get powerful information in a shorter span of time, people retain it a little bit better and they come back for more, right? Mm-hmm. And so hopefully, you know, we'll give you guys, you know, information that you'll come back for more. And it's not as lengthy as we initially had it in like episode 1 and episode 2. So that's it from me. You know, you'll see us again pretty soon. Hey, if you got anything else to say, you can say it. Well, I'm done, bro. I'm done with it for today.
Sometimes when the information is good, you leave it at that.
Right.
So we'll be
so
back
thank
again.
y'all. We'll be back again. You'll see you soon. And have a good night, good day, good evening, wherever y'all at. Peace.